County 4-H agent, and on behalf of Pickens County and UGA, I welcome you here tonight. Even though this year has been a year of transition, this 4-H program has thrived by its members and gained success in many areas that we will cover tonight. With the help of incredible volunteers who have took their time to help or coach teams, to our outstanding donors, students in this community have learned to be great leaders, helpful citizens, and above all, believers in themselves. These 4-Hers are the future of Pickens County and the reason we have all came here tonight. Again, I welcome you to tonight, and let's see what our great 4-Hers have done this year. I would now like to call Jeff Buckingham and Maddie Nicholson to come up and do our pledges. If you'll please stand.
Would you please say the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now for the 4-H pledge.
I pledge
My head to clear thinking, my heart to greater loyalty,
my hands to larger service, and my health to better living for my club, my community, my country, and my world. Thank you, Jeff and Maddie. I'd now like to call Carter Nicholson up for our prayer over the meal.
If you would remove your hats and bow your heads, please. Dear Lord, thank you for the opportunity to learn, grow, and serve together. And thank you for our parents and our leaders who love and support us. I ask you to bless each and every one of them and my fellow team members. I also ask your blessings on our time here tonight as we celebrate another wonderful year in 4-H. May our lives lead this world to a better place. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, Carter. If Commissioner Jones would please come forward and say a welcome for us.
Well, good evening. Well, we heard a quiet bunch tonight. Jessica, I think this is your first annual 4-H in Pickens County. Welcome to being here. Please, everybody give her a hand. She has moved in here from a little town called Pikeville, Tennessee. And if many of you don't know what Pikeville, Tennessee, or how big Pikeville, Tennessee is, imagine Talking Rock with 40 less people. That's the size of Pikeville. I have been there a time or two. We have had quite a few bird hunts in that area many years ago. But at this time, on behalf of the Commissioner's Office, I would like to thank each and every one of you for coming out tonight. These students are showcased throughout our community every year, and around it's great, and it is great for everyone together for a night of achievement and celebration. I am proud to be a supporter of this fine group of young people. It is great to know that the future of Pickens County is sitting in this very room tonight. Without further ado, let the 84th annual, 84th, William Dilbeck, you remember the first one? 84th annual 4-H, 84 years in Pickens County. I tell you what, that's an achievement in itself to have this type of group here. And I want to thank each and every one, and especially the parents. I mean, you all have went out of your way to bring your children up to this way of life in a county that we all love here in Pickens. And thank you all very much for doing what you can for your children and for your neighbors' children. Y'all have a good evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. If Crystal Buckingham would come forward to do our theme dedication.
Hello, I'm Crystal Buckingham, 4-H President and Master 4-H'er. I'm Master in Human Development. Have you ever thought about how you ended up being the person that you are? Some of us live in on our parents. I know I do. Some of us have our upbringing, and some of us become and then some of us believe that we become who we are by us. We set and choose our own paths. Even though we have a set destination, we can change how we get there. Whether it be you go to college or you do it by yourself. On that journey, we learn who we are and who we are really meant to be and who we want, or how we want to achieve. As 4-Hers, it might be to master in our projects, reach out to the community, or just grow individually into what we are to become. This year's theme is Find Your Direction. Throughout tonight, I want you to think about what you want to do to achieve within yourself. Make the decision to stand firm in your beliefs and to look forward to what an outcome turns into. Now, if you would turn your attention to the slideshow to see how Pickens County 4-Hers find their direction. And it's
Senior 4-H'er in the Vet Science Project, and also attending state conference this summer. I would also like to introduce Alice Kirby, a Junior 4-H'er in the Sheep and Meat Goat Project. Volunteer leaders are a huge aspect of our 4-H program, and we can never thank them enough for all that they do. If it was not for our volunteers this year, Pickens County 4-H would not be as successful as it has become. If you are a 4-H volunteer, would you please come forward? I'd like to recognize the following volunteers. Please hold your applause to the end. When your name is called, please step forward to receive your certificate. Laura Adams. Gary Bowman. Carl Bledsoe. Don Bryan. Christy Bryson. Tracy Buckingham. Rodney Buckingham. Leroy Byers. David Chapman.
Okay, can you hear me?
Sorry. That was very clear. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Dr. Craig Chester. Amy Shoulders.
Stand by.
Charles Shoulders. Billy Joe Cocker. Jamie Cocker. Jamie Coleman. Renee Coleman. Sherry Copeland. Barry Duncan. Randy Edwards. Charles Gillette. Kevin Goebel. Jennifer Haygood. Quinton Haygood. Tess Haygood. Marissa King. Marcy Kirby. Mark Kirby. Kelly MacArthur. Craig Nicholson. Amanda Nicholson. Dave Odom. Valencia Odom, Keith Painter, Lena Painter, Chip Sims, Christy Sims, Joseph Thompson, Kyle Waters, Bonnie Waters, Ruth Ann Waters, and the Pickens County Master Gardeners. I'd also like to recognize our Volunteer of the Year Award. This family has taken on the club in the time that we needed someone to be there for these students. They open up their home to us at any time and are always there whenever you need any of them. As volunteer leaders of the Horse Club, they have stepped up to the plate to make sure that everyone is having a good time. They are a family that stands above the rest of the year. Above the rest of this year. I am proud to announce that this year's Volunteer of the Year Award goes to Jennifer, Quentin, and Tess, and Andrew Haygood. Jennifer, Quentin. Jennifer, Quentin, Tess, and Andrew, please accept this award on behalf of Ms. Sarton, Mr. Brockton, and me as a token of our appreciation. Congratulations, volunteers.
Thank you, Lainey. Good evening. I am Andrew Haygood, Vice President of County Council, Senior 4-H Random Horse Project, and I will also be attending State Council this summer. With me today is Elizabeth Adams, a Senior 4-H Random Safety Project. Our 4-H donors are what help to make this organization so successful by supporting our various activities and events. I would like to recognize the following donors who are here tonight. Our entire list of donors is on the back of the program. Again, please hold your applause until the end. Emma Cole at EMC. Oh, wait, come up when your name is called. Appalachian Gun and Fawn. Oregon Barn. Community Bank of Pickens County. Daystar Apparel. Painted Star Farm. Pickens County Progress. Pickens Sportsman's Club. Pickens County Master Gardeners. Sackets. Stamped metal by the mechanic's wife. Stearns Bank. Sheriff Donnie Craig. Todd Dobson. Tommy Shaw. Yahoo Farms. And everyone who buys plants from the annual plant sale. We would also like to present an award to the Outstanding Donor of the Year. When your organization is called, would you please come to the stage? This year, our Donor of the Year award goes to the Pickens County Sportsman's Club. The Pickens County Sportsman's Club has been a huge supporter of not only Pickens County 4-H, but our shotgun team as well. They have donated their time, facility, and equipment for the use of our 4-H members, and not to mention the sum of around $5,000 to support our growing shotgun team. Our shotgun team used their range from October to May, giving our team the opportunity to become better. They have let us participate in fishing days for the elderly and handicapped, on top of their own community services and various activities around Pickens County. It is with great honor that I present you this plaque on behalf of Ms. Sarton and Mr. Brockton. Thank you for your continuous support of the Pickens County 4-H program.
Thank these 4-Hers for the support we get out of the kids' fishing days. So that we couldn't do it without,
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Jessica?
If I could have Renee Dodson to come up with me. So the awards that I will be presenting are for our outstanding juniors and seniors that take extra time to help out the organization in any way that they can. These 4-Hers are leaders, followers, and most of all, believers in themselves. In just a short time that I've gotten to know them, I see what great individuals and citizens that they are, and I can see a future looking very bright for all of these kids. This is Renee Dotson, our county coordinator, if no one already knew that, and she's going to be helping me present the awards tonight. First off, we're going to start out with the Outstanding Leadership Award. A quote that I think really showcases this award is from Lo Tao. I'm not very good at, I get Asian. Mandarin Chinese, thank you. But the quote is very good. A leader is best when people barely know he exists, when the work is done, his aim is fulfilled, and they say, we did it ourselves. This person is always busy with something. If there's a free weekend in their schedule, they have it already penciled in with something else that they might have going on. Whenever you need anything or whenever I call, they're always on the rise for the project at hand. I'm excited to announce that this person will go in their last year as a 4-Her. This year's Outstanding Leadership Award goes to Andrew Haygood. Next is our Outstanding Citizenship Award. Not only do they give back to their community, which I'm going to discuss that here in a little bit, these 4-Hers will also show key citizenship by helping out their friends and family at any point in time. By competing in activities like GPA, our 4-Hers learn how proud it is to be a citizen of their community. Our junior citizen is one that takes pride in their work and in their community, keeping family tradition by competing in almost everything with 4-H. This citizen loves their community. This person helps with the plant sale, fishing days, and just about anything that's thrown our way. I'm proud to present to Alice Kirby the Outstanding Citizenship Award. Our senior citizen is one that might not tell you everything that they've done. At first, very quiet when I met this person. They have been opening up, and I can see the true and proud citizen that they really are. But helping getting buggies at the tractor supply over Clover days, helping the elderly at fishing days, and supporting their fellow 4-Hers at even non-4-H events, Elizabeth Adams is a true picture of a citizen model. Outstanding achievement is one that is gained in experience. This award is being given to both seniors in 4-H. Hard work, dedication, perseverance is all key to both of these individuals. I'm excited to watch big things come out of these 4-Hers. This person is involved in many different things. The horse club, vet science, county council, and that's not counting their outside 4-H activities. This person is going on to state congress and in the middle of band camp to compete and hopefully will master in her project. Lainey Bledsoe brightens up every room she walks into, and I know she's going to do great things for Pickens County. So this award also goes to another senior that's always has something a little funny to say. Anything along the lines of performing arts, playing the guitar, anything musical, you're going to find this child doing. He is a member of Clovers and Company and headed to state congress in the performing arts instrumental. and a volunteer for almost anything, Clay MacArthur is one on the rise to achieving anything that he puts his mind to. I'm proud to announce both Laney and Clay are our Outstanding Achievement Award winners. So finally is our Outstanding Community Service Awards. Giving back to our community is one of the key components of 4-H all over the nation. 4-Hers enjoy doing things for others and not receiving any payment or any recognition for any of it, but I feel like we need to do that here every now and again. The famous Gandhi once said, "A small body of determined spirits fired up by an unquenchable faith in their mission can alter a course of history." Pickens County 4-H as a small body, has been involved in many community service missions. Making a difference and giving back to our community is very important to each and every one of our members, as well as our volunteers. From Relay Live to Fishing Days, our junior and senior recipients of this year's Outstanding Community Service Awards are no exception. We all believe that our lives are very important to those around us. Give 4-Hers the opportunity, and we will make a difference in our community we live in. Just as Gandhi believed, we also believe my life is a message. Tonight's junior recipient has a life of the party attitude. She believes that although we are serving, we should have fun while we're doing it, right? That's what everybody should believe. Congratulations, Maddie Nicholson. Our senior winner, although more quiet and reserved, is there for a job well done. Always asking for what more he can do to help out. He's definitely an asset to Pickens County. Congratulations to Carter Nicholson. Thank you, Renee. If I can get Mr. Lonnie to come up for the safety award.
Okay, Jessica's given me just a few minutes. I've got about 2 hours worth of stuff to do. It takes me longer than 15 minutes to say hello. But if the coaches will come up, and while they're coming up to the front, all the 4-H shotgun coaches, let's go. Don't waste time. While they're coming up, I can't go no further without recognizing Renee and Jessica and Larry. This has been a tremendous year. We wasn't expecting what we had. Last year we had 17, this year we had 32 at the end of the season. Renee come to the turkey shoots when she had a dinner at home for company. She's been to our family meetings when we invite the parents. Jessica has just stepped up to the plate. Larry's keeping her finances. You can't ask for nothing no better than that. These coaches right here have went way beyond. We've got, one of them's not here, he just got off of work, he's not gonna make it. And my wife back there, they are great, and they put these kids first. If you will, hold your applause. I've got a lot of kids to recognize. If all the shotgun team would come and line up here in the front. All the shotgun team, safe team. You'll see why I'm asking you to hold your applause till I'm done. Okay, on April 26th, if you will, when I call out your name from the pictures, step out in the front between these two tables, just step out of the line right up in the front. On April 26th, we went to qualifying at Blairsville. We took first place in a team score. Macy Evans, Maddie Nicholson, Spencer Childers, Trey Loon, Kobe Collins, Hunter Bryson, and Jared Edwards. They took first place in a team score out of all the counties that were up there competing. Then this is on the junior team, 7th and 8th graders. Then we had a 3rd place placing, and on that team, it was Austin Freer, Eric Ray, Trent Loon, Tyler Cantrell, Alice Kirby, Ashley Craig, and Brett Riley. Okay, then we had a 1st place overall high individual, and that was Brett Riley. He took 1st place, and 2nd place high individual was Tyler Cantrell. Then in the senior category, 9th through 12th grade, we had a 1st place team, John Hobart, Will Logan, Brandon Freer, Caleb Patterson, Daniel Edison, Luke Chastain, and Carter Nicholson. All these students took 1st place. Then we had a 2nd place winning team, Callie Odom, Christian Coleman, Kyle Cochran, Cooper Collins, Levi Sellers, Josh Hobart, and Kyle Brewer. Out of 32 team members, we brought in 31 top 3 placements out from qualifying. Okay, on May the 10th, we went to state competition in Eaton, Georgia. There were 503 7th and 8th graders. There were 48 junior teams. There were 646 seniors, that's 9th through 12th grade, with 92 senior teams. A total of 1,149 students competed. Out of the 48 junior teams from across Georgia, the team of Maddie Nicholson, Macy Evans, Hunter Bryson, Trey Loon, Kobe Collins, Spencer Childers, and Jared Edwards took 4th place in the state out of 48 teams across the state. Okay. On May the 17th, we shot against the law enforcement of Pickens County. We had 12 individuals from across the county come and donate $50 to the 4-H safe team just to get to shoot against these young people. Needless to say, the team winners were Caleb Patterson, Hunter Bryson, and Brody Butler. They beat the 12 individuals that come to shoot against them. That evening, they shot against the Pickens County Sheriff's Department, Jasper Police Department, Nelson Police Department, and the Georgia State Patrol. The winners was 1st place, Charles Gillette from the Pickens County Sheriff's Department had the highest score. 2nd place was Will Logan, and 3rd place was Hunter Bryson. The high team score against the law enforcement was the 4-H safe team. Kyle Cochran, Spencer Childers, Hunter Bryson, Kyle Brewer, and Will Logan. They beat the law enforcement on a team score. Okay, and this year we have 2 seniors that's graduating. And we have a senior appreciation award, and that goes to Brandon Freer and Cooper Collins. Brandon has been with us since he was in the 7th grade. He's going to graduate, and Brandon, you're going into the military, right?
Yes, sir.
What branch of the military?
Marine Corps.
He's going into the Marine Corps. Cooper Collins, he's not here yet. He was going to be late. Then we're going to give a Most Improved Award. This award, we had a young man that really struggled. He was hitting 1 or 2 play targets at an entire practice. He couldn't hit that wall right there if he threw the gun. But he made up his mind one day he was going to do this, and he was going to qualify at state, and he stepped right up to the plate, and he actually went to state and hit a 22 out of 25. Austin Freer. Okay, we got a special award that not very many people know about tonight. At state, we had an 8th grader that shot against 502 students. We think you'll bring it on up and give it to Amanda and Craig or somebody. They shot against 502 students. He shot a perfect 25 out of 25 in his round. He shot a perfect 10 out of 10 on his doubles. We were in a tie for field for 6th place as a team. He hit 9 out of 10, and then 9 out of 10, and 8 out of 10 in a shoot-off, and brought his team up to 4th place. And since then, we have been in touch with GON Magazine, Georgia Outdoor News. They are doing a news article on the 4-H shotgun competition in Eatonton, Georgia. They have sent us, right here is the lead page of the story, and Colby College is on this lead page for his shooting ability. And it's got on there how we placed out of each team, and as an individual, he won 1st place without a shoot-off. And out of 502 kids, there was not even a run-off. He won it single-handedly by having a perfect score. And so this magazine is going to hit the stands, newsstands, the end of this week or the 1st of June. So anybody that would like a copy of it, go out and purchase it. There's supposed to be between 6 and 8 pages of it, of the article. I sent in other pictures. We don't know what's going to be in the rest of in the article yet, but it's going to all be about state competition. And I know Cynthia's here from the Bargain Barn. Appalachian Gun Con's not here. This team could not do what they've done without these 2 businesses. They have bent over backwards. They have went out of their way to help us, to support us, to let us have ammunition, nothing. I just can't say enough about these 2 businesses that have stepped up to the plate. And there's other businesses. Tommy Shaw, Shaw Building Supply, he done a donation of $2,200. I mean, it just goes on, and I can't thank this community enough. And I'm sure Jasper's about to have a heart attack if I don't sit down. But this is the reason, if you will, give these kids a big applause. Oh, excuse me, I thought y'all already done that. The 4th place team that we announced, step back out there, 4th place at state. Y'all didn't get a plaque, I'm sorry. I was trying to hurry, Jasper. Oh, they do have certificates. Where they at? Okay, go right ahead.
Hello everyone, I'm here to talk about the Horse Club now. So if all of the members of the Horse Club will come forward, I can talk briefly about y'all for a little bit. Okay, I had the opportunity with my family and I, we got to lead the Horse Club this year. And the club was a little bit smaller than usual, but I think we still had a lot of fun. And the club participates in several service activities every year. My two favorites from this year were helping out at the Special Olympics State Horse Show and helping build the arena at Madeline Ranch so that our show team could practice. We also had several fun events, but my favorite was the annual chili ride. This year's ride was held at Goshen Valley Boys Ranch, and everyone enjoyed riding, eating, and roasting marshmallows. Our final event was our end-of-the-year cookout that was held last Saturday. We didn't do anything with actual horses that night, but we played some pretty competitive games of volleyball, badminton, and cornhole. I would like to recognize all of our members now. Elizabeth Adams, Lainey Bledsoe, Sierra Farrell, Hannah Landrenau, Miguel Suarez, Heather Ward, Faith Banning, Caitlin Byers, Farrah Melton, Tyler Suarez, Jordan Wood, Cassie Barnes, Stormy Coleman, Alice Kirby, and Nick Rocco.
We also had two Horse Club members who participated in the Youth and Yearling Mustang Challenge. Andrew Haygood and Lainey Bledsoe took part in this challenging but rewarding competition last fall. They picked up their Mustang Yearling in July and had 90 days to train them before competing in hand. Yeah, sorry, it didn't kind of make any sense. These scripts. At the competition in Blairsville. Their Mustangs had very little hand contact before Lainey and Andrew picked them up. They spent many hours each week earning their Mustang's trust, and they made a lot of progress. The competition consisted of a body conditioning score, an obstacle course, and a freestyle event that was a lot of fun. Thanks to Lainey and Andrew for representing Pickens County 4-H Horse Club so well. We also have a little recognition for Carl Bledsoe. He did a lot for the Horse Club, and he probably doesn't want the recognition, but we're going to give it to him anyway. So let's give Carl a round of applause. Thank you, Horse Club. If I now can call Chrissy Sims and Marcy Kirby to come up for the livestock recognitions.
Okay, so I tried to get Clarcy to talk, because I know all of you know Clarcy. I'm Christy Sims. I'm one of the volunteers, and my son Mason participates on the livestock team. Just want to say congratulations to all the youth that had livestock projects this year. I know you worked really hard with them. I'll tell you, as a parent of a kid who has livestock, it's a family function. I mean, it's not something these kids can do by themselves. They have to work really hard with these animals at home. It requires their parents to help them learn how to take care of them. It also requires the skills of these kids to be able to go into those show rings and be good showmen regardless of the outcome. And they get those skills at home from you. They don't learn those at the ring. They learn those at home. So all the work is being done at home, and hopefully show day is fun day. But as you can talk to my son, sometimes it's work day. So we're going to start by recognizing the GO team first. So as I call your name, if you'll come up, if you're here, Sam will give your certificate, recognize the team, and then we'll call the next one. So for the GO team, we had 5 4-H'ers this year that participated in many shows, local and state levels. Burton Blackmar, Marie Blackmar, Stormy Coleman, Alice Kirby, and Patrick Martin. Congratulations. For the Lamb team, we had some big achievements in the Lamb season. This year, we had 5 youngsters that participated. As I call your name, if you'll come up. Emma Long, Courtney Painter, Davin Painter, Nolan Painter, and Mason Sims. Do I have to say this on script, Jessica?
No, but I will. Everybody take a great look at our grand champion market lamb from the state show. This was Mr. Mason Sims.
Thank you.
That's a first for Pickens County, ever.
It's a lot of work. Let's talk about the hog team. This was our biggest livestock program as far as livestock this year. So our hog team, we had 11 4-H'ers showing their pigs, many shows around the state as well as local. So we've got a lot of these folks, I think, here tonight. Courtney Chapman, Levi Chapman, Cal Cochran, Terry Sue Cochran, Alice Kirby, Emily Dean, Maddie Nicholson, Carter Nicholson, Mason Sims, Elizabeth Adams, Colin Kellogg, Eli Godfrey, Davin Painter, Nolan Painter, Sierra Farrell, Ashley Edwards, Kristen Hightower, and Macy Edwards. Round of applause for our get over this way, Savannah.
Everybody's recording.
That's good.
For the cattle team this year, we had 2 participants, Luke Chastain and Alice Kirby. Way to go, guys. I'm going to turn it back over to Jessica.
Thank you, Christine Parsi. It's good to hear from people who are actually doing it. And next year, you'll see my face, promise. I'm all about some livestock. Okay. I'd like to ask Laney Bledsoe to come up and help me give out our judging team awards for this year. If you're a member of the livestock judging team, would you please come forward? Junior and senior 4-H'ers represented Pickens County at the state livestock judging contest. This year, Alice Kirby took home first time individual and Emma Long was 10th time individual at the junior level at state. And the junior team took home 3rd place. Our junior team participants were Alice Kirby, Alex Pence, Emma Long, and Maddie Nicholson. And our senior participants were Elizabeth Adams, Courtney Chapman, Luke Chastain, and Carter Nicholson, who also did a very good job. I would now like to ask Mr. Clay McArthur to join me in giving out the award for our Cloverleaf DPA participant. Clay is a senior 4-H'er, and like I said, he's in the Performing Arts Instrumental group, and he will be also going to State Congress in July. If Emma Long would come forward. Emma is at Tate Elementary. She's in the 5th grade, performing arts vocal, and she took home first place. So let's give her a round of applause. Now if Ms. Renee Dotson and Don Brown would please come forward to do junior and senior DPA.
This has been a great evening. I'm looking forward to the growth of the county and to see what our Pickens County 4-H'ers are going to do in the years to come. Project Achievement plays a vital role in bringing up important leaders in our program and in the county. I'm here to celebrate the achievements that these students have gained through their district project achievement competitions. Pickens County represented us well at District Project Achievement, and it was a privilege to be there with them. And I want to thank Ms. Dawn for going with us as well. If you participated in District Project Achievement at the junior and senior level, if you will please come forward. And when I call your name, if you will please step forward, and Ms. Dawn will give you your certificate. Junior District Project Achievement participant was Alice Kirby, and she's in the Sheep and Meat Goats Project and in place first. Senior District Project Achievement, we have Elizabeth Adams in the Safety Project, and she placed second. Rodney Bledsoe in the Vet Science Project, and she placed second. In the Horse Project, and he placed first. John Barber in Performing Arts, and he placed second. This year, we will have 3 4-H'ers attending State Congress in July to compete for the master status, and that will be Laney Bledsoe, Andrew, and also Clay. So give them a big hand.
Killing me. I wanted all y'all. God.
Emma, will you please come forward again one more time? I forgot to give you something.
Everybody look at me. Thank you.
Emma gets a little trophy too. I completely forgot. I'm still just 2 months in, so give me a little bit of work. In Georgia 4-H, although winning isn't everything, we like to actually award these kids for winning and taking that extra step and doing very well in their projects. Whether that's DPA, livestock judging, shooting sports, or even livestock shows, our 4-H'ers have shown above the rest in the state, and we would like to take a moment to especially present them with something very, very special that Pickens County 4-H'ers kind of strive for. It's these little silver cereal bowls up there in the front. I know y'all are going to go home and put your ice cream in it, right? I would. That's a good bowl of ice cream. Ms. Renee, if you'll come forward one more time. And Colby Collins, Alice Kirby, and Mason Sims, please come forward. As you've already heard about a lot of these students, we're just going to brag on them a little bit more, even though they probably don't want it. Colby Collins was first-time individual overall at the state modified track contest. Alice Kirby was first-time individual overall at state livestock judging contest. And Mason Sims was grand champion market lamb at the Junior National Livestock Show. And like they said before, this has never happened, but it's going to happen some more, I promise.
How's the pressure?
Oh, the pressure. Pressure. Now, I've had a lot of questions about this, and clarify me if I'm wrong, I'm still trying to learn. We don't master in Tennessee, and y'all are like, you don't master in Tennessee. But we don't. So, all three of these recipients are juniors, so they do not reach master status. Is that correct? So, if they do it again next year, then they'll be masters, and that'll be really cool as a master as a freshman. That'll be really cool. Sorry, don't worry. Is anyone from Amicola EMC here? No? Okay. Y'all are probably sick of me. Just tune me out. It's okay. Feelings. Okay. Well, I'm going to represent Amicola for a hot minute. Amicola EMC Roundup. Each year, Amicola awards scholarships to 4-Hers who attend district contests and come home with first place. So we recognize these students as youth leaders in our community, and we know that they are on their way to pave a very smooth path to success for their life as an adult leader. With great pleasure, I award the following students with a $100 scholarship from Amicola. Alice Kirby, first place junior winner in the sheep and meat goats. And Andrew Haygood, first place senior winner in the horse project. Now, if Ms. Nonbrowner will please come forward to present our next couple of scholarships.
I know your program says Laura Adams to do this first one, but she would not come and do it. So, she will next year. I'm Dawn Bryan. I'm a 4-H volunteer mother to Miss Lenny Bledsoe. And first, we're going to start off with the Jeanette Fleming Scholarship. This scholarship is in honor of Jeanette Fleming. While working for Pickens County Extension Service as a family and consumer science agent, Jeanette Fleming proved that she cared for youth of Pickens County. She encouraged 4-Hers to reach out to the youth around them, to help educate them, or to just be a friend. Many at-risk youth benefited from the educational activities and extra attention they received from dedicated 4-Hers. That trend continues today as our 4-Hers strive to help the youth in our community. The 4-Her receiving this scholarship has went above and beyond their call as a member by helping others strive to meet their goals and does their very best in everything that is brought to them. I am pleased to present a $500 Jeanette Fleming Scholarship to Miss Alice Kirby for her hard work and dedication to our program. Our next scholarship to award is the Betty Miller Scholarship. To qualify for this scholarship, one must obviously exhibit great citizenship skills by being a helper in the community, recognizing needs, addressing those needs, reaching out to others and caring about them, and by trying to make our community, our country, and our world a better place to live. That's what makes a great citizen and one deserving of this scholarship. It is with great pleasure that I present this year's $500 Betty Miller Citizenship Scholarship to Miss Crystal Buckingham.
Okay, the next scholarship was to be awarded by Melina Carlin, who is my cousin, and she sends her regrets that she's unable to be here tonight. This award and scholarship is in honor of my aunt, Bonnie Ray, and for many of you, you may know her from the past because she worked with many 4-Hers, And Bonnie was always one to make you practice over and over. And when you thought, hey, I got it this time, Bonnie said, no, do it again. That was never quite good enough until you reach absolute perfection. But because of that, we have so many 4-H'ers over generations that have achieved master status. So it is with great honor that we present an award in her name. And as I look at who the recipient is, I could not think of a better person, because I personally know this young man to be of the quality that Bonnie would want representing her name, and that my family would see that he is of the honor and of the statue that it deserves. If I could have Andrew Haggard to please come forward.
Thank you, Tracy. If Mr. William Dilbeck would please come forward for me. Now, Mr. Dilbeck introduced himself to me and said, I'm not speaking after that. And I said, okay, well, you can present the award then. That's right, that's what I've heard. He is. He needs to.
Stage fright.
With my pleasure, I present the Marcus Dilbeck Perseverance Award Scholarship. With me tonight, as I said, is Mr. William Dilbeck, son of Marcus, and a Pickens County alumnus who mastered in the automotive project in 1965. Hey, his picture still is on the wall, so he hasn't been filtered out yet, so that's Ms. Dilbeck was a home economist of Pickens County, and William grew up to love the 4-H program. Marcus was always encouraging to students and never gave up on anything, and told them to never give up on anything that they set their mind to. Many admired her for her never-ending words of encouragement. Although William was able to master in his project, others came up pretty short and didn't get the chance to. In honor of the Dilbeck family, a $500 scholarship, Marcus Dilbeck Perseverance Scholarship, goes to a senior 4-H'er who works hard and always steps up to the challenge. Mr. Dilbeck, could you please present the scholarship to Clay MacArthur? Thank you, sir. Clarcy, if you could please come forward and do our 12th grade senior recognition.
Hello, everyone. Jessica had asked me to come and recognize our graduating seniors this year. And every year I do something a little different. This year's going to be a little bit different. What I normally do is just something that I felt was a better way to recognize these young people. If you guys would come up on stage with me, Crystal Buckingham, Courtney Chapman, Stormy Coleman, Cooper Collins, has he gotten here yet? Still not? And Brandon Freer. And so you're probably going to hear this a lot since you're fixing to graduate, but a lot of people refer to this as the end. Some say it's not an end, it's a beginning, which is very true. You've got to remember where your roots are. I feel very strong. Remember where you're coming from. Always remember things that you've learned in lots of programs, not just Pickens County 4-H or anything you're involved in, but there's roots there that you have established. Just stay true to those and remember those, and they'll be with you for a long time. There was a famous quote out there, and the author was unknown, but it says, "There are no shortcuts to a place worth going." So just remember that. And then Dr. Seuss said, "Be who you are, and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. So just keep that in mind. So I've got some certificates for them, and this year I tried to say a little bit based on their name. I used the first letter of their first and last name to explain a little bit about that child. Crystal Buckingham, and I have Caring Believer. Those of you who know Crystal, she's been very involved in our community. She's helped a lot of at-risk youth. She's done a lot of service to our Pickens County youth. There's a lot of help that's went around because of what she has done. So Crystal, just remember to say that Caring Believer. The next one is Courtney Chapman. I wanted to do something with barefoot because Courtney never has her shoes on, although she is wearing them tonight, but she didn't be in her name. So I had to come up with something else, and I come up with Carefree Contessa. Those of you who know her, she is a very carefree person. She just flies by the seat of her pants. Doesn't really matter. She doesn't get upset. She's just even going temper. She's good with the little kids. She's good with the middle-aged. She's good with the older people. She's just an all-around, first-class type of person. She's been involved in 4-H since 2nd grade. She started showing pigs with us, and we would hope she would stay around too as being a volunteer. So, Courtney, here is your Carefree contestant. And by the way, she doesn't wear shoes in the barn either, so I was really serious. The next is Stormy Coleman. It took us a little while to kind of figure out what we were going to do for Stormy. She's a personal friend of mine and our family, but she was a late 4-H'er. We didn't get her early. On this side. She started with us just the year before last and started doing some things with the horse club and went to DPA with us. And she's been around a little bit, but we haven't had as much experience with her. Wish we would have got her as a 5th grader because she would have been a great asset as well. But she's done a lot for us. She's a wonderful addition to Pickens County 4-H. She's a very faithful person. She's a very strong person. And we came up with smooth, courageous to describe her. She's another one of those that doesn't get off kilter. She's very calm and easygoing, and she's very courageous. So we're very proud to have her. And then we have Brandon Freer. I was trying to think about him, and I was watching him when we were at district qualifying and then state shotgun, and just kind of watching him from the background. And I come up with Brandon as best friend, because as you watched him, there was nobody that he didn't talk to. He was addressing the young people, even the siblings, like really little kids. He would play around with them. He would talk to the adults. He was always patting his teammates on the back, giving them a sign of encouragement. You can do it. When we had, even his little brother, when he was afraid he wasn't going to qualify, he wasn't going to do good at state, he was telling him he could do it, not to worry about it. And he's also going into the military, so he's going to be in the Marines, and that's a pretty good friend to all of us. So I think you all should give him a big pat on the back. Here, but I do want to go over his too, because I want you guys to hear what we had to say about him, and we can give this to his mom and dad. But I come up with Cool Cat. And again, it was mainly from just watching him from afar and how he was doing, and he's another one of those that's just calm, doesn't get excited. His little brother beat the socks off of him at state. I know it was killing him on the inside. But he didn't really say a lot, he was kind of grim when everybody said, you're going to have to eat a lot of crow for that one. But he didn't get upset. So we picture him as that cat sitting in the back, with sunglasses on that you see. So we're going to give this to Cooper and wish him well also. So you guys give them a round of applause. Marcy, don't run far.
kids have something that they really want to present to their kids, it's going to be very, very special, so pay close attention.
Little did I know when you came to JES to talk to us about 4-H when I was in 5th grade, you would become such a big influence in my life. Even though you put in countless hours and time away from your family, you were always there for me. You helped me come out of my shell. I would not be half the person I am today without your guidance and support. You will always be my second home. I love you.
I met Miss Clarksey about 9 years ago, and she came to Hill City Elementary with Mr. Jasper to talk to me about DPA, and I had no clue what she was talking about, and I thought it sounded terrifying. But this year I'm going to state, and it's all because of the hard work Miss Clarksey's put in. She's there, she was there from dawn till dusk every day, weekdays, weekends, whenever you needed her, holidays. She was always a phone call away or a text away. She means the world to me. Clarksey, you've made me who I am today, and I couldn't do it without you. I love you so much.
Well, there's not much that I could say that they haven't already covered, but one thing I can say is she put up with me and Andrew. We were definitely a handful, so we love you for that. She also kept a smile on our faces.
I'm already like tearing up, so please excuse my watery eyes. But there are so many wonderful things that someone could say about Ms. Kirby. However, to avoid missing out on anything or covering something that somebody's already said, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about me. When I was in 5th grade, I got into 4-H, and I kind of wanted to do it, but I wasn't really sure. There's always that question when you start to join something. But Mrs. Kirby kept coming to our schools, and not only did she teach us all this cool stuff about agriculture and all this great stuff, but it's her caring personality, and it gave me a living example of what 4-H really is. If there's one person that represents the 4-H pledge, it's definitely Miss Kirby. Miss Kirby, thank you so much for what you've done for Pickens County 4-H, and mostly for what you've done for me. And I always have to speak on because I love you.
I met Miss Kirby in the 5th grade when she would come to the classes. It was science class. She would come into the classes and she would show us videos and tell us things about 4-H and all the things it had to offer us. And she told us about DPA, and I thought, wow, that sounds really cool. Let's try that out. And I wanted to go in with performing arts, and a lot of people said, no, don't do that. You're not going to place. It's not going to work. Do something like this or something. But Miss Kirby always told me, keep going at it, keep trying it, and I placed third that year. And it's just the support she gave all of us, and the support she gives to all of us even now, it's just astounding and wonderful. And Miss Kirby, you are amazing.
Well, as Ms. Clarksey said, I've only been in 4-H for a couple of years, but these past 2 years, I've learned more about farming in 4-H than I have in my whole life anywhere else. And Ms. Clarksey was always the first person to tell me, you can do it, just keep going, you can do it. And when she introduced me to DPA, I didn't want to do it because, it was a lot of work. I didn't think I'd be able to place or anything like this, but she just encouraged me. She sat me down and she talked to me about it. She answered all my questions, no matter how stupid or silly they were. And I placed third, and that was my first year, and I wouldn't have been to do it without her. And she has taught me so much, and I really just like to do it.
Ms. Clarksey, on behalf of all of us, we would like to present you with this.
think that was a great way to end the evening, is that right? I think that was pretty good. Thank you again for coming out and supporting Pickens County and all that it's accomplished this year. I cannot take any credit, I'm just your mediator today. So please, let's give these kids a round of applause one more time. If you help set up for the banquet, will you please stand for just a second? If you help with anything, you know, you just stand up. If it wasn't for the people who are standing today, my head would be on fire right now. You have no idea. I think Larry is glad that the banquet is over because I've been like, well, what about this? Well, what about this? Well, we forgot about this. Well, so I think that he's very glad that I can calm down, and now we can stress about camp. Yes! It's next week. We're excited, right? We're really excited. So let's give all these people a round of applause. They made your decorations, decorated your table, put the slideshow together, help us with the food. I mean, these people have been all over the place today and this week because I ran them ragged. So thank you all very, very much for all of that. Again, I would like to take the moment to thank you all for welcoming me with open arms. I am from Tennessee, do not kill me, but, and I will, sorry G, I will never become a Georgia Bulldog. Sorry everyone. I've lived in East Tennessee all my life. Do you think I can do that? No? Yes. But again, thank you all very much for opening up and welcoming me into this community. I know it's a very tight community, and whenever somebody new comes in, it's like the plague. So I really appreciate you all taking me in. And if I have not met you, please let me come and meet you. I promise I don't fight. I just might look a little intimidating. I'm sorry. It's my father and me. But to end the banquet, without further ado, if you have trash, will you take it and throw it away? That would be perfect. And again, thank you all very much for coming, and it's adjourned.